can slap but can also stroke.
Going in the wind as an empty of the truth that it's naked. It's verbatim and it's shaking.
Oh, fake God. I'll fake God, I'll fake God, I'll fake God. Today goes all my troubles on a burning fire. I'll lit up and I start to smile. I've grown tired of this body. I come by some and heavy. I've been ghosting. I've been ghosting. A lone ghost in the world. Well, it just started in the hay. With his long johns on, pub went a creeping up to the bottom to the hay.
I'm going to show you how I made this cuff. Now, I'm going to try and explain this best I can, but I'm sorry I'm kind of bad at explaining things, so we'll see how this goes. So this is the pattern I'm using, and you can find these on candypatterns.com. Now, the really good thing about this website is when you click on it, you will get a number pattern so you can see where the layers are. So you can see layer 1 right here, it goes like that, but this is really all just a single bracelet for number 1. So using this black as a reference point, I'm going to count how many red I need, and then black, red, until I get all the way around. Now I'm going to be using brown instead of red because I don't have enough red, and I'm also out of pink. Once you put all your beads on your string, you're going to want to go ahead and tie that off just to make a single. And a quick side note, you can adjust this to be whatever size you need. I typically need 30, this says 34, but I'm just going to do 34 for the sake of this video. So this next part to where it can get kind of tricky. So I've gone ahead and put my string through this bead right here, so that puts me at the very beginning. So you can see layer 2 goes right here. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to go string, 1 bead, go through here, bead, go through here, continue that on. So I'm putting 1 bead on, and I'm going to string it through this one right here. So I'm skipping one and going to the next one. So now it's going to look something like that, and you can see how that pattern correlates to this right here. Now you're just going to continue this all the way around, following this pattern for number 2. And using a needle does make this way easier. And another good tip is making sure you're counting as you're going and keeping track of where you are, just so you don't put the wrong color or anything. So for example, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to need 4 red beads and then 1 black. So count as you're going just so you don't get off track. So again, I'm just going to take my needle, I'm going to put it through here, pull that bead all the way through, and you'll start to see a pattern forming. So now you can see I am adding 1 last bead on, so I'm going to go through this bead, and I'm going to come out through here. So now row 2 is complete, and we're going to start row 3. Now row 3 is going to be the same exact process as we did for row 2. And again, just count where you are, count where you're starting, and follow the pattern. So since I'm coming out of this bead, I'm going to go through this next one. Then do that all the way around. And to finish this line, we're going to go right through this bead right here, and then out through this one. And then onto the next row, all the way up to the top. Now once that pattern has been repeated all the way to the top, you're just going to tie this off. So I like to put the string through about here and tie it right there. And I usually double or triple knot that. And then you can just cut that off. Now for this one, I did add 1 more layer, but the pattern didn't have it, so I didn't add it to this one. But yeah, then you're done. And this can be done with any pattern that you want. And here's the pattern, if that is all you need. And of course, the creator, the person I'm going to give credits to for this pattern. And I'm sorry if I didn't explain it very well, but I hope this somewhat helped.
After I made the tutorial for this bracelet, a couple people asked me how to make one with an odd number of rows. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to be making a gender fluid pride cuff. We'll need about 20 beads of each color, or basically just enough to keep it going around your whole wrist. So to start off, you're going to take your very long piece of string. You just double it over so that both ends are together in your hands like this. Then take your top row color and put 1 bead of each on either side. Then you're going to take that all the way down the string, hold it like that. Hold it like that so these 2 beads are side by side. Then, next row. Make sure your beads are side by side, pinch together both ends of the string, and string together 1 bead of your next row color. Tug it all the way down. There you go. Next row, you're gonna put 2 beads again of the next color. Pull it down the same way. Then put those ends together, put that bead on. And then our final row, just gonna take 2 again. When you have an odd number of rows, you are just gonna stop after that last row of 2, pull everything down, make sure it's tight, and then tie that in a knot. It's as easy as that, then it's gonna stay there. So now that you are at this point where you have tied it, you are going to continue feeding your string through here, and you'll see this empty space between these 2 beads. You're gonna fill it up with another bead and string right to the next one. Then you're gonna do that again and again and again and again. You got your bead on there, string it through, pull it through, you're at the other end now. All you gotta do is just continue moving, taking the next color of bead, and you will just string it onto the end there, and it should just slap right on. And of course, the next color. What makes this process slightly different, other than the way that we tied a knot here, is this. So, wait, let me demonstrate. So this is our 6-row cuff. And as you can see here, there is just 1 row of string along each of these. That means you don't have to loop back at all. But if you look at the odd cuffs, you can see that they are doubled over. I am really bad at explaining stuff sometimes, so I'm gonna just demonstrate it and hope it is clear. So let's say you finish your row, you will double back and loop your string through all the way to the end. So you cannot really physically go in this bead and then somehow put a bead in here and also in here. You really can't do that. So you have to, instead of going through that bead, I go through the bead to the left of it and I loop it over. Now this will double up the string on that side, and now technically you could continue building the cuff, but I have noticed if you just start building the cuff again, there will be this alternating pattern of like 2 strings, 1 string, 2 strings, 1 string. Every time that I do that, I've noticed like that the tension of the cuff is super messed up. It doesn't look right. What I found works, instead of just going straight into building the next row, you're gonna double it around twice, just to make sure that it's secure. That's what I do anyway. Not a necessity, I don't think. You see in these cuffs of 2, oh my god, I missed one. Just demonstrating the doubling over thing. You just pull it through, start by going to the left bead, because you're basically just gonna go on this path. You know, you're just gonna go on a little walk around the bracelet. That is pretty much the only thing that is different between the even stitch cuff and the odd stitch cuff. Like I said, I'm not going to show as much of the process of building it because I showed that more in the other tutorial. So I'm just going to show you again a recap of how to tie it off once I'm done. Okay, so once you've reached this point, it took me about 25 minutes. You are going to loop it around and fit it together like a puzzle piece. I'm just going to string my string in between all these beads so that I can stitch it together. You're gonna wanna meet both beads. Not beads, string. I said the wrong word. At the end, and then tie them off here. And I even doubled it around and looped it. I don't know why that one was so hard to tie. It must have been camera shy. Snip, snip. That, my friends, is how you make a cuff with an odd number of rows. You can buy them on my shop, Strawberry Candy. Thanks so much.
It took many days, but
look how cool it is. And it spins. It freaking spins, you guys. And it's bouncing.
Going with what I always long for. Feel like a brand new person.
They stare cause they know I'm the I-T-G-I-R-R. You know I am that girl. Bitch, don't kiss and tell. Stay girlfriend ATL. I-T-G-I-R-R. You know I am that girl. Bitch, don't kiss and tell. You know I am that girl. Are you mad at me cause I'm bitch? Are you mad at me cause I'm punching? Be mad at yourself cause you're shit. Talking all that shit is redundant. Friends said a bitch don't be acting surprised. I mean you fall to the moon, wanna see my demise. But I don't fuck bitch, you look at my eyes. I'm a star girl, bitch, I'll tell you I'm a bitch today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Don't
Hi, this is Garfield, and no one can come to the phone because a gang of angry gerbils is ransacking the house. Please leave a message and call.
How long you been doing hair?
For like 3 years.
Yeah, that's cute. Can you turn around for me? Yeah.
Let me tell you about Kandi while I pack this order. If you don't know, Kandi is a type of bracelet made out of plastic pony beads, and you can trade them with other people, mostly at raves, but really anywhere. And people don't just make bracelets, they make all kinds of accessories and like purses, masks, entire outfits. Also, a huge part of Kandi culture is plur, which stands for peace, love, unity, and respect. Lately, Kandi has become a pretty common fashion statement outside of raves too. It's obviously a staple of scene subculture, but I've seen it spreading to other communities too, like Taylor Swift fans. But hey, more plur to go around the better, right? If you're interested, you can check out my Kandi shop.
Hi. What's your talent?
I can read minds.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Oh my god, your bracelets are so cool. Can I have one? Oh, hi. Hi. So sorry to bother you, but I just had to come over to say I really like your vibe and I want to give this to you. Oh, thank you so much.
One, two, three, four. I say disco, you say party. Disco, disco. Party, party. I say disco, you say party. Disco, disco. Party, party. Solo. Fantastic.
Okay, this is my tutorial on how to make this rotating candy cuff Mario Kart bracelet. I don't have enough of the exact same colors to make this exact one, but I'm going to show you with colors that are similar just so you can follow along if you are wondering. But today we're going to start with this piece of the bracelet, which is very easy, especially for beginner candy makers. So the first things you'll need are beads. If you want to do this exact Mario Kart pattern, you'll want the colors of the rainbow. I'm going to be using these ones. They're the colors of the rainbow except for pink instead of red, and I'm going to be using these sparkly ones at the top. And then you're going to need some stretchy cord. This is just some bead and stretch from Walmart, and then scissors. So how I do it is I'm going to stretch the string out across what I call my wingspan twice, and this usually works perfect for me. Then you're going to cut it there. Next, we're going to fold the string in half so your ends are touching like this, and then, whoops. And then we're going to start with our colors. So you're going to take 2 pink ones, put one on each side like this, and then you're just going to pull it all the way to the bottom. Oop. And then you'll want to take your orange and you're going to put the 2 strings together and put the bead over both strings and pull it all the way down. So then you're going to line up the beads at the bottom so they're making a stack like this. And then you're just going to take your next color, which in our case is yellow, and you're going to take 2 yellow beads, one on each side of the string, and stack them all the way down. And add to the stack like so. And then one green bead on both strings together.
Happy hair, they have you buried all your children. Tell me, so I say.
me, so I say.
My money don't jiggle jiggle. It's gone.
Pretty little eyes, I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Camera's flashing in my eyes. She wants the Christmas time. I gon' break her fucking spine. Wanna dance until we die. All night, all I love. I'll go let her eyes.